Whether if we like it or not, Terminator is a dead franchise. Okay, but it's just okay. So before you go on, it's like, oh, you're racist because sexist. I don't want water. You don't understand. Today we talk about why the Terminator franchise died. Okay, Terminator franchise has been on decline since the third movie. Okay, the third movie. If we got the Terminator franchise, before we start, if you 89% of you, if you like this, yeah, give this, make sure you subscribe or like, comment. Let's do something, okay? 89% of you, okay? Don't, do not subscribe, okay? 89% of you. Every time I get one of you, it'll be a big help, okay? Big help. So Terminator, okay? Why people get angry because I can always say Terminator Dark Fate's gonna flop. It's gonna underperform, okay? Look at the Terminator franchise, entry by entry, with the exception of the first one, which really was a small movie. They weren't expecting it to do that as well as it did. It was a smaller movie. It didn't get that much promotion. It was made by a small company. Um, and it became popular over time. And Arnold was just getting started in his career. In movies. You can here see here just for Face and Terminator. But then you can see here, if we order it, it goes number one to number two, but then ever since Rise of the Scenes, every entry has declined. Okay, look at the ticket sales. The Tornado is the only odd one out because it wasn't amazing at the box office, but it still did really well. It still made a lot of money, and it had really great ratings at the box office because it was that great of a movie, the first Terminator. Then we have Terminator 2, another classic movie. But then the series started going down. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes, but the Rotten Tomatoes, go up read about it, so that's another movie made by Cameron. And the thing is, maybe, I think I know why, what's behind really this. The Terminator franchise, here, okay, let's go by the review score. So 100%, 93%, 69%, that's a TV show, 33%, 26%, and there's no score here. And let's turn it Dark Fate can really wow fans and say it really just wow fans. And no, I'm not gonna go over, oh, it's woke, it's gonna flop because it's woke. The real reason why Terminator Dark Fate is just because people are sick of Terminator movies, okay? People are saying the Terminator movies get worse as they get on since Terminator 2, okay? Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the Terminator 3, that did really well. Terminator Salvation, that didn't do too well. And they even canceled Terminator sequels to Terminator Genesis. Because they knew that didn't work, okay? If you go by, there were two planned Terminator movies. And they didn't see the light of day because Terminator Genesis just didn't do well at the box office, okay? If you exclude the first Terminator, which and also don't remember, and let's remember it came out in the 80s and movies in the 80s, and there were less movies in the 80s because most movies it was a indie project basically to Terminator the first one, so it was one of those indie projects. Then there was Terminator 2, that broke records, Terminator 3, and then it just stairs went down. So if this continues this path, Turner franchise would say, "Oh, it's gonna gross $40 million. It's gonna make a period. It's gonna make money. James Cameron's behind it." Well, many people just don't have faith in this franchise. Okay, Tony Dark Fate. Tony Dark Fate here. The projections have went up to $20 million to $40 million. Okay, maybe the movie might make money. Okay, maybe the movie might do well. But Terminator Dark Fate is a movie that probably just won't do well at the box office. It is aiming at a franchise record opening, but early box office projections always will change. Let's remember, Joker was only at $50 million and went up to $80 million. It might go down to $40 million. It might underperform. Okay, so and especially, but now all we have to do is wait for how people really feel the movie, how it came out. And if you want to really compare it to another old action franchise, there is Rambo. Okay, Rambo, despite being loved by the fan base of Rambo, and it just didn't do too well. Rambo is just not doing too well. Look at Rambo. You have First Blood, First Blood Part 2. The second movie was a breakout hit. And there's parallels between this franchise and Terminator, Rambo 3, and Rambo Last Blood, Rambo 2008 did exactly the same. Okay? Terminator Dark Fate might just do as well as Genesis. And that's basically about the Terminator franchise. And it might not do as well as people think it is. Okay, people are sick of these old franchises just coming back and just not being as great as they used to be. Rambo as well. Rambo was hated for more political reasons. Rambo 5, but I think people are done with Terminator by this point. Um, if you guys go watch Terminator, let's watch the first two instead. It's much better. Goodbye.